Hey everybody. So I'm back. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing a fragrance video, which I never thought I would do. But with a recent Sephora order, I picked a free sample and that was, I hope I'm saying this right, Abbott. I'm thinking about Abbott Elementary, but from Abbott's fragrance house, I got this little mini sample in, let's see if we can get it to look good. Can't really see the name, but it is called Sequoia. And so I got this. I just know that from previous experience that I like to get like these little free fragrances because I'm not a fragrance girly. So it's cool to try it, cool to give it away. But this actually surprised me because it smells so good. I'll read the description. It says Sequoia, a deep woodsy and smoky fragrance inspired by the towering forest of Sequoia National Park. So this smells so delicious and woodsy and nice and smoky without smelling like burnt wood chips. Now, the thing I like to compare this to, or the first thing that came up in my mind was, what is that called? Fireplace. I forget the brand. This is how much of a fragrance girly that I'm not. I'll probably put it in the caption. But there's a fragrance that is really popular by Mason Fragella, I think is the brand. I think it's coming back to me. But anyways, that one is the closest that I've come to liking a really bold fragrance. But I remember it's having this smell of like burnt wood, which I think is in the description of it. And so I was like, oh, I guess I just have to deal with this about like woody scents. But no, this is a nice, clean, woody scent. And once again, it says the note here is incense. So just like that really beautiful, like smoky smell without like that burnt feel to it. So I'm just going to spray this real quick. It smells so nice. And the thing is, like I said, it's like woody and like has that incense scent to it, but it also smells fairly clean. I'm just gonna dab this. I know this is a fragrance you're supposed to send to spray it everywhere. And I usually don't also go on my chest, but I like this. It's really nice. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. So to replicate the fire into the fire, I don't know what it's called, fireplace by the fireplace. I like to put on vanilla musk from the brand Nemat. This is their fragrance oil. I dropped the top. But yeah, so this smells really beautiful together. It gives that same sort of feels into the fireplace fragrance that I really liked. So we'll let that do its thing. With that said, I was so excited. I saw this brand. I tested out this combo, loved it. Couldn't stop smelling my inside of my wrist. And so I went and did a little research about them. I saw that they had a exploration set, a Sephora, I believe, and also on their website. And I forget the cost. I should have looked this up, but I'm just too excited. So I saw the exploration set and I was like, one day, maybe I'll be able to grab that because I'm really impressed with like this brand's story and the fact that they can make something that is smoky and woody but doesn't give me a weird feeling. That reminds me of like, burnt outback wood. I just thought that was really beautiful. And so, all that to say before I keep blabbering on is that I found the fragrance set at TJ Maxx. Can you see that? $8. So it's $8 for, I believe there's 6 fragrances in here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yes. So I get another Sequoia, which I'm so excited about because I was so nervous about not having that. Because I'm definitely gonna wear it, but I was trying to savor it. But now I have another like little. These are only 2 milliliters, so I'm excited to have a backup of that for now. And then there are these other fragrances in there. The packaging is nice. I wish this was magnetic or that it had like a clasp because it's just gonna, fall out. So I'm trying not to tilt it too much. But basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give like a first sniff impression for each fragrance, and then come back later on once it's dried down and let you know how I feel about each one, and tell you the descriptions that's included in the box with their names. So here we go, exploring fragrance. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. So day 2, we are trying Big Sky. And it is described as, or the scent notes are spice marine, cypress, velvetier. I think I'm saying that right. Velvetier is a note that I've been wanting to figure out if I like or not. So let's see. I don't dislike it. Mm. I think it's the velvetier that's adding like this deep richness, but it has a little spiciness to it. Is that the spice marine? I don't know if I will wear this one. It smells like a nice, beautiful, fancy potpourri type of smell. Don't think this one is for me, but I appreciate the blend. All right. So I took a nap, but I'm back. It is 11:31 p.m. I sprayed Big Sky at 5 p.m. and it has lasted all this time. It smells delicious still. I feel like the dry down, as it continues to dry down, those spicy notes kind of settle, and the velvetier, velvetier. I know how to say this, but every time I turn on the video, I just love to mispronounce it. But anyways, that note, which I looked up, it says that it can get a little smoky, a little leathery. It is nice and prominent now, but not in an overwhelming way. I think that the other notes of the spice marine and the cypress help to really ground it. But it smells really beautiful. I think it's a more masculine sort of scent that I could see myself wearing. Just not sure if I want to repurchase this as the single, but I think I'll enjoy layering it, figuring out different ways to wear it. I feel like I kept thinking about like winter time and like, you know, that spicy, smoky, leathery kind of feel along with the snow. So I like this one a lot. Great lasting power. Not sure if it's something that I would want to repurchase in a full size. Hey everybody, it's day 3. So today's fragrance is Montecito, and the notes are grapefruit, jasmine, vetiver. I told you I know how to say that word, but sometimes I just get caught up. So I'm really excited. I love citrus. Okay. Ooh, the alcohol didn't dry off yet. Let me get that a second. Hmm. This is so interesting. It smells savory. I don't know what to think of this one. I'm going to spray this, and I think when I come back for the update, that's when I'll have a good feeling about it. With my final thoughts on Montecito, um, right now it is, I think, like 8:15 p.m. I applied this fragrance around like 3 o'clock. And I decided to come do the check-in now because it's basically almost gone. Like it's holding on by a thread. Like I can still smell it, but this doesn't last long on me at least. Even when I sprayed it, it's a pretty light fragrance. I feel like when I first sprayed it, because I just get imagery with this fragrance, so stick with me. First image that I got was like a beautiful piece of like cod on a white plate with citrus salad and cracked black pepper. That was the imagery that came to me with the scent. And then later on, I sprayed a little bit more. It smelled pretty good and strong, stronger than when I first applied it. And then to me, it just smelled like a really luxury shaving cream. And now it just smells like a really beautiful, clean hotel room. All that to say that it is a clean fragrance with great citrus notes. And to me, the vetiver smells a little bit peppery here. So it is leaning into that mask, you know, side of fragrance. And I think it's super interesting. If you like a interesting fragrance that is light that you want to reapply throughout the day, then I think that this one might be one to look into. Hey everybody, so we are on day 4, And today's scent is Crescent Beach. And Crescent Beach is, or the notes are peony, lily, and amber musk. So let's see how this smells. I'm trying to be like I like every fragrance in this set. This is really like, it has somehow like a powderiness to it. Maybe that's the lily. Peonies are my favorite flower. I like this. It's nice and light and floral, like a really light floral. And it reminds me of baby powder. Okay, we'll see you with the update. Right. Hey. So I'm back for a quick fragrance update. So with Crescent Beach, the notes are peony, lily, amber musk. So I think when I first smelled it, the baby powder that I was getting was the amber musk. And then I felt like maybe I got a little peony at the opening. But mainly as it dried down, the lily became really prominent. And I know that because there is a Victoria's Secret fragrance with lily in it that I always can reference back to that I used in high school. So yeah, it mainly smelled like a clean lily fragrance with the dry down, and it lasted pretty well. I feel like just like the other fragrance from the previous day, it didn't have a strong presence. Like, it isn't a loud scent to me. The past two that I have tried have felt more like skin scents, meaning that you had to be close to smell them. And even for myself, I have to, like, lift my wrist up or whatever area that I sprayed to really get a smell of it. I tried to create a scent bubble and basically kind of like choked myself out. So yeah, but with that said, I'm a sensitive nose person. So all right, see you next time. Hey y'all. So this is day 5. We just have Mojave left in the Cape. I'm thinking about combining. Ooh, I really like this one. So I'm thinking about combining the both of them together today, but we'll see. So this is Mojave, which has notes of, where is it? The writing is so hard to read on this one. Bergamot, black pepper, tobacco leaf. I was just burning a candle that had bergamot in it and was just like, oh, I just love how bergamot is like a really like rich citrus with some depth to it. So let's spray this one. Okay. I think that's enough. My first impression is I pick up the tobacco leaf, like this kind of warm, I don't want to say woody, but I don't know how to describe that note. Like, kind of like has that depth of molasses. The black pepper, I'm not getting as strongly, and the bergamot is very mild. I mainly get tobacco leaf. And yeah, I'm knowing that it's this note because I'm thinking about a candle from DW Home that literally is like tobacco leaf. Interesting. I'm gonna try the Cape too. This is, I know, first time. I'm gonna put it in a different spot. The Cape has notes of moss, ooh, ginger, and mint. This one is really interesting. Very green. This smells like a what's the word? Like a green juice shop that that is like really elevated. I think I'm picking up the tobacco leaf, so that probably wasn't a good idea. But Mojave is just okay for right now. I don't love the tobacco leaf, but the Cape is very interesting. So I'll be back with update. So it is the end of the night. I think it's about 12 o'clock now. I applied these fragrances around, I would say maybe 3. Um, Neither one of these, for some reason, the Cape and the other one is Mojave. Did not last on me today, so that was sad. Mojave lasted longer than the Cape. It should be known though, I forget the fragrance influencer who said this, so I'll put her name in the caption. She mentioned that with having drier skin, it can be harder for fragrances to last on you. And I do have dry skin, but I had on sunscreen first before applying these, so I thought that would help with lasting power. It didn't for some reason with these two. With that said, with Mojave, I wasn't super into it on first spritz, but when this dried down, I felt like the three notes really blended together to create this really beautiful, smoky, woody, leathery scent that was warm and really gorgeous. To me, very masculine. Like it definitely gave me the idea of like a leather chair, dark fancy room. But I really like playing with that masculinity. Even my hair today is a little bit, mask film combo. So I really like this. I wish that it had a little bit of cinnamon in there. I think that that would have rounded out the fragrance really well to just have a little bit of spice to go with the warm, smoky notes. And then the Cape, I was really, really into this fragrance. Okay. So I really loved the ginger note in here. And then I also got a little bit of the mint, but mainly the moss was there. And I feel like I'm trying to see over time. The ginger was really strong for a bit as it dried down, but then it was like a perfect balance between the ginger and moss after a bit. So I really love this, but this wore off so quickly. I did wear this on the inside of my wrist, so there is potential that I could have washed it off, is one of my hypotheses with that. So I'm gonna have to give this another try and also put an update in the caption. But this one was so interesting, so fun, like swampy but fresh and like very like bold due to the ginger. I thought this was such a cool fragrance. Like if I was sitting next to somebody on the bus and they had this one, I would think they were really cool. You know, I want to be that person. So that's pretty much my review of Abbott Fragrances Exploration Set. This one, I know they have one more scent that's in their collection that I don't think was in here, which was like a papaya one, a little bit sweeter, fruity note. Um, but yeah, I really loved this experience. I think Abbott is so cool. I feel kind of obsessed with them because I am a person with my fragrance background, have had so many headaches, so many bad experiences with things choking me out. And maybe it's because they are clean, but I just find that every scent I was able to enjoy the notes, even if they weren't for me necessarily. The ones that I definitely will look into repurchasing full size Sequoia easily. I really like the cape if that can last on me. And then which one was it? I think it was Montecito that I also liked, right? I think was the other one. Um, so yeah, just overall really nice notes to smell and enjoy and experience. But those would be my top three. All right, so for sure, leave me some comments. Talk to me about what you're thinking, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.